Okay, here's a look at Mechanic Studios MF-37 Veteran, which is their version of a legend scaled cup. So now, first, as always, let's go over the box. So here's a look at the front of the box with a nice sketch there of cup. Back of the box, we get your product images, some accessories that it comes with, and a stolen artwork there. Side of the box, some more stolen artwork. The other side, some more stolen artwork, MF-37. Top of the box, advanced. I think that's the series that this came in. Bottom, words and stuff. So that's a look at the box. And now the figure. But let's go over the accessories first. So here is everything that you get with this figure. So first, let's go over this gun. We do get two sets of gun. This one's nice. I'm not sure about cartoon accuracy, so I'm not gonna comment on that, but that's a nice I like this color as opposed to this one. So here's the other one, just nicely sculpted. And then this is a parts former, so this does go on the vehicle. It's a parts former, but it can convert into a shield with this adapter. So I guess you could put it in here and then you could put it in his hand like a shield. But yeah, I don't like how it's a parts former. And then we do get this bag of accessories, which yeah, it is what it is. I think they could have made different choices to maybe make the figure a little bit better. Get some swords, which I think are from maybe the IDW series or something. And then we get this thing. I have no idea what this is. This is like some sort of flying solar gun shooting thing or whatever. But yeah, that's just something else that they give you. And then last, as always, the instructions. And these instructions are not done very well. First of all, they're not numbered. And the transformation, I don't think this is a very good transformation design. And that's not just because of the parts former, but because of this asymmetrical design that they chose to do, which causes some problems with the way this functions. So let me point that out. So first, let's get a better look at the figure. So positive, that's a really nice head sculpt. I do like the head sculpt. But in terms of articulation, all it does is just swivel left and right. Shoulders on a ball joint, so it can go front, back, out to the side. Ball joint for the elbows. And got to also point out that the tolerance on here is not good. I mean, this is really tight. And because of the type of plastic that they use, this is prone to breakage. No hand wrist rotation, no waist rotation, no ab crunch, ball jointed leg, so it can go front, back, out to the side. You do get thigh swivel and another tight joint here for a knee bend. No ankle rocker, just toe tilt up or toe tilt down due to transformation. So that's kind of like an older style there. So there's something else to point out with this figure. You don't get very much articulation with this figure. And now let me just tell you what I was explaining about the transformation. They chose to design it this let me come up here a little bit, this asymmetrical design. So you could see this ball joint here. So they made it so that you open it and you swivel it out, but it's too many problems. First of all, the type of plastic that they used, you know, you run the risk of breakage, and especially when there is not enough clearance, and when you have to kind of pull and tug on it, it's not good. And you can see, or if you can see, there's already a stress mark there. So not a good design, especially for the type of plastic that they use. So yeah, there's just some more negative. Now in terms of the cartoon aesthetics, let's compare this with the animation model. So you can see, man, this is an older figure. That's all I'm gonna say, because their other figures, they at least sculpt in the cartoon accurate detail. But here, they didn't even sculpt in some of the cartoon accurate detail. The lack of paint, like on his abs and stuff, I can understand, because like their other figures, they won't dish out the paint. But the sculpt, even like his belt there, and then just up here where the colors are, it's just, I mean, it's just off in so many ways. So yeah, that's something I don't like about the figure. And I will just say again that you know, this is an older figure, so maybe they will redo this just like they did with their Springer, their first version, just like this is the first version cup, and then their second version. So yeah, that's just a look at the figure. And just real quick, let me just show you the gun. Does look nice, that color. And then what I was telling you, that parts forming part of the vehicle that you can turn into a shield. So yeah, I mean, if you into this kind of thing, I suppose you could get some interesting poses out of it. But yeah, that's yeah, it doesn't really satisfy my preference for the figure. But anyways, that's a look at the figure in robot mode. So now let's go ahead, transform it to his alt mode, and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at the alt mode. And you could already see this does not look like a very good cup figure. Transforming it into this mode, there's a lot of problems, like I was telling you. That ball joint here where it has that stress fracture because of the poor transformation design and the type of plastic. But also trying to pull out and extend or push in this leg, the tolerance is really bad. I actually hurt my thumb trying to do that. Yeah, so yeah, this is not really, yeah, this is not a good figure at all. But in terms of cartoon accuracy, let's compare this with the animation model. So we can see there's I don't need to say very much. I mean, there's so many things off. And it is a parts former here, the back, like I was telling you. I mean, they did give you, I mean, it's kind of interesting how they did give you some paint detail there for like the rear. But for the most part, yeah, this thing is lacking a lot. So let me just point out a couple of things here, if this will make sense. I told you their other figures, they do a nice job in sculpting in the cartoon accurate detail, but sometimes they don't paint it. But this whole window piece is not sculpted correctly. I mean, this window, it actually should be higher up, and this bottom part should be higher up, and then this triangle piece here would be a little bit bigger, so then the Autobot symbol could fit there. I mean, it's understandable how it's missing the paint here, but like I was telling you, they did not do a good job with this figure. I mean, there are some cartoon accurate sculpted details like these lines here, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, I can't, I mean, it rolls nice, I guess you could say that. I mean, you can do some fun things with it, like put on the gun here, but yeah, this is not really a good figure. I'm sorry. I mean, look at this front gap. anyways, that's a look at the alt mode. So now let's just transform it back to robot mode and have our final thoughts. Okay, my final thoughts on this figure. This is not a good figure at all. I'm sorry to say that. But to be fair and objective, I'll just say that this is one of their earlier figures, so that may explain a lot of reasons why there's so many issues with it, such as the transformation design is not good. Their choices of designing it this way, where now it has a stress factor, is not good. Tolerance is not good. And you know, the sculpt, it's missing a lot of the cartoon accurate sculpt. So yeah, all I say is this is one of their earlier figures, like their Springer, so hopefully they will do a better job. Articulation is very limited. You have to be very careful with this because of the type of plastic, especially transforming it, and some little minor issues, like I was telling you, he doesn't even fit in very well with this collection because here he's much bigger than Hot Rod, and you can kind of understand with RC, but next to Hot Rod that just doesn't look correct, and Springer, so hopefully they will remake it like they did here with the Springer. And yeah, this is the only reason why I got it. So all I will say is, you know, if you like this set and you're interested in collecting this, I mean, this is the only reason why you would want to get this figure. But other than that, as far as the figure goes, this is not a well-designed figure, and it has a lot of issues. But that's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, I got it just because I needed a cup. This is the only cup version that we have. So that's my review, and unfortunately has to be a negative review, but that's my honest opinion about the figure. This is not really that great at all.
Fix me.